After 2 months, Jane started dating someone. 2 months later, I received a notification in the family group chat online early in the morning. Normally, at that hour, I'd still be asleep dreaming about a delicious meal. But lately, my desire to draw manga has grown so strong that it doesn't fade easily. Maybe it's because so many people are waiting to read the story after it was posted, so I'm full of energy to keep going. I put my digital pen aside and picked up my phone to check the messages. I saw that my dad was the one who sent them. "Jane, about that day, I'm sorry. When will you bring her back to have lunch with us?" I knew my dad would accept me someday, just like he accepted Yasmin, but it took a long time back then. So this time, I was prepared for him not to contact me for at least a year. But strangely enough, after about 2 weeks, he messaged me online and wrote, "I'm sorry." Why? If I had to guess, I'd say it was because of a post I shared on my page a few days ago. It was a drawing I made myself of two girls sitting side by side, one leaning on the other's shoulder. The caption read, "No matter what happens, it's still love." Maybe that made my dad think faster than before. "I'm happy you got the tall girl to eat with us again." Of course, but she's not just a tall girl anymore. As soon as he sent that message, the family group chat exploded in less than 3 minutes. "What do you mean? This girl is sharp," said Junior. "My little sister has someone taking care of her," said Jimmy. "I'll make a celebration banner," my dad said. "Wait, what does this mean? Can someone please explain?" Yasmin said, "Dad, ask Mom to explain." Grandma went to the market and hasn't come back yet. Maybe she had already bought everything. Dad kept asking, "Can someone explain what this means?" It seemed someone still didn't understand the implied meaning. I laughed softly, knowing my siblings would have to explain it to him. My youngest brother, probably free and typing quickly, was the one who explained the meaning of one of the messages. My dad was very surprised and sent me several stickers. I sent him one back with a serious face and my tongue sticking out. "But Jane, you're still very young," I said. "I'm not young anymore. I'll be 19 soon." "Anyway, you're still young in my eyes, but I'm dating someone older to get to know her better," he said. "That's not right. It's not like you're getting married." I replied, "Dad, you can't stop me. If you do, I'll get angry and won't be able to eat with you for a year. If the family loses me, who'll help finish all the food when everyone's full?" Dad sent me a shocked sticker of a lightning bolt striking a heart. It seemed he wouldn't argue with me anymore. At first, I smiled with my eyes closed, ready to go back to drawing manga. Then I remembered this was a good opportunity to ask him something I'd been wondering about for a long time. I pursed my lips and typed, "Since we're talking about this, can I ask you something I've wondered about for a long time?" Dad replied, "What is it?" "Why is my name Jane?" This question had been on my mind for a long time, and today I needed an answer. As we talked, I pretended to be angry, but my dad's answer made me blink several times. "I chose the name Jane." I asked, "Why did Mom run out of ideas when naming her fourth daughter?" Mom replied, "Are you crazy?" Oh wow, the lady of the house finally came back. It looked like she had just finished shopping and had time to check her phone on the way home. "When you were born, I almost fought with your dad because he wouldn't let me use the name I had been thinking about for a long time." I asked Mom, "What do you mean? What name did you want to give me?" "I wanted to name you Jiggy." I asked, "Mom, are you playing with your phone right now?" She replied, "No, I really wanted to name you that. I thought it was a cute and unique name, like something a little girl would say while trying to write a lesson. There's still time to change it, you know." "Dear Jiggy." "Not yet. You're still young. Do you want to change it to the name I chose?" "Mom, I like the name Dad chose. I'll stay Jane." All right, and just like that, the issue of me liking women was resolved, and the doubts and resentment I had carried disappeared. I felt like thanking my dad for naming me Jane instead of the name Mom wanted to give me. So I'll stay Jane. That's enough. I won't change my name. I still remember our conversation that night very clearly. Those words stayed in my mind and reminded me how much I love him. "So, would you like to go out with me, Jane?" "Yes, we'll go on a date day." As you know, this might be a turning point in my career after many people followed me and eagerly waited for the first chapter. It even trended before I published more than just the hypnotic cover. Editor Jay called me directly and told me the team wanted to turn the work into a project, but of course I didn't want to go back. He was someone who didn't appreciate my work, so I politely refused. Still, they kept messaging me saying they wanted to try the market for heterosexual romance stories this time and so on. Oh my God, it was exhausting. Sometimes I write my thoughts too quickly. I don't want to be in that market right now. At first, when I proposed the idea, no one was interested. Everyone thought that if it was about women loving women, it wouldn't succeed. That was pretty bad. The site promotes male-male romance stories to support diversity, but they're not part of the same community. That's why they rejected my idea. So now I'll try on my own. They were very disappointed and apologized, but I sent them a rejection sticker. It was somewhat satisfying, but when they rejected my project back then, I was deeply disappointed. Anyway, I've had enough. I've made my decision and I believe in the path I chose. Let's talk about my romantic relationship with a woman who's like a unique color palette. If you're wondering what changed between us after we started dating, it's probably because we're getting to know each other better. The beautiful architecture student and I are now waiting for our turn to buy donuts. The kind I like is sold out, so they're making more in the back. They're about to finish preparing them. I decided to wait since there weren't many customers in the shop and the clerk said it'll only take 5 minutes. I took the opportunity to tease Day with some new information I'd learned about her. After all, now that we're dating, her friends have started talking to me and I've learned a lot. For example, I heard her nickname in her first year was Teddy. Is that true? The girl who had been humming suddenly stopped. She whispered softly, crossed her arms and looked away just like she always does when she's shy. That's what they made from the first letter of my name. I smiled widely, showing my teeth, because I felt like I had just gained a new nickname to tease her with. But once she got over her shyness, she turned to me and asked where I got the nickname. "How did you know?" "I won't tell you." The beautiful girl raised an eyebrow. "Of course you knew. Wait, don't change the subject." Day blushes easily, and I liked that. I almost failed to cover my mouth in time. I ended up saying that I liked seeing her shy. Now it was my turn to feel a little embarrassed. Believe me, after seeing her reaction, my face turned completely red. From my experience since we started dating, although it hasn't been long, I understand this side of her very well. And there it was, that smile showing her charming dimples. "Jane, tell me, on a scale of 1 to 100, how much do you like me right now?" Oh my God, that question gave me the perfect chance to reply. I looked at the person in front of me, seeing a golden opportunity. 200, I said. Day's reaction was completely unexpected. She wasn't affected at all, as if she had expected me to say that. Instead, she replied in a way that left me speechless. "Seriously? Then when we reach 300, how about we think about moving into one bedroom?" Do like, comment, share, and subscribe for more.